We bought all these 2x4s and plywood, and we're going to put together a train table this winter. I got the plans for this video from a Lionel video. It's a basic 4x8 table. It's made with 2x4s and a 4x8 sheet. It's pretty simple to build. All you need is a drill and a miter saw. Most of the cuts you make on the 2x4s are straight, but for the leg braces you need a 45-degree angle. I have almost no building experience, and still it was pretty easy for me to build. I just basically took my time and made sure I was doing it right. Went back to the video a couple times and watched it over again. I'll put a link to that video down below. So the first train table took a whole day for me to build. I had to go back and forth to the hardware store a couple times, twice for the lumber because my vehicle wasn't big enough to hold all of it, and then one more time because I needed a smaller screw for the top. And all those trips took up quite a bit of my day. Well, I managed to get one table done today. It was quite a bit of work, but it came out pretty decently. I think I'm gonna make the next one a little lower, and then we'll have a grade up to this one. The next train table was quite a bit faster. Probably took about half a day to do. After I finished my first train table, it was clear that it was a little too high for Aiden to interact with. So for the second train table, I made the legs 30 inches instead of 36. That ended up being a perfect height for my 6-year-old. I was originally thinking of putting a grade up to the second level, but after researching the scale that we were going to use, HO, I learned that there probably wasn't enough room and not a good idea, so I ended up chopping down the other train table to the same height. If I was using in scale, I think it would have been a great idea, but for HO, there just wasn't enough room. So after the two train tables were done, I ended up building a 32-inch wide platform between the two tables to connect them into one huge table. And this is the final design that we're going to use.
Here comes the train. The deep one. I want the
So our plan is get our tracks and trains all together, play around with different layouts, figure out what our final configuration is going to be. Then from that we can figure out where we want to place all the different scenery components, maybe some hills or mountains, a rail yard, or a commercial area. And we'll kind of build upon that. We don't have really any experience doing any of this, so we are just kind of taking it slow and figuring out things as we go along. So on the next train video, I will show you what I got used, and we'll talk about our plans going forward.